Well, hello, my friends. Welcome to step 31, making a waterfall for our river on our train layout here. If you like this video, please give me a thumbs up. Please subscribe to see more amazing step videos. The steps are the steps that we're taking to build this layout. These steps may be different or similar to what you may be doing, but nonetheless, we need to build our train layout in steps to get to that point. So I'm going to turn the camera around so you can get an idea of how I'm going to make the waterfall coming right up. Well, here's just a little bit of a flyover of what we look like from the top of the table without the track in place. So we got a highway bridge coming across here, and it'll be going to our gas station area. Then the train comes around right here, and then we cruise on down the river some more. There's another highway bridge that's going to connect down to the center part of our little town in the industrial area. So what I'm using is water effects from Woodland Scenics. You can see those right there. So we have 3 waterfalls on the layout, and you can see one right there as we pivot around. So there's one, there's 2, and if you look underneath the layout here, that's the 3rd one, and then we've got another area that falls off of our stream there. That'll be another waterfall. But I've got to put some more resin in this area here to make it a little deeper, so we'll be doing that a little bit later. So my focus is to get this river done so I can secure the tracks in place. So what I'm doing is I'm going to be building a waterfall for that area that goes down there. So let me show you what I'm doing. Let me get the camera situated here. All right, so I'm going to be showing you basically how I'm going to be doing this waterfall. So I'm taking my tape measure and I'm putting it down in there as close as I can. I've got a 2-inch measurement, so as you can tell, I've used some wax paper here, and I've measured my 2-inch measurement onto my wax paper, as you can see right there. Then if I go down into it here, I've got basically a 1/2 inch. Well, I want to make it a little bit more wider, or make my width a little bit more, so I have a little room to bend it down and to do that. So I'm going to make this about 3/4 of an inch, as you can see there. So now we need to use the water effects and pour our water effects coming down. So if I put this across here and let you see the line that I made here, we need to run our water effects coming down to follow the same path that that waterfall would follow. So we need to go not this way, but we need to go up and down with our water effects. So let's go over to my little workbench and let's get started on that right now. I cut the tip off the bottle. Remember I told you we needed to go this way with it and not this way with our lines, because this is the way the water falls. So the river's like 3 inches, but it comes into about a 2-inch fall right there. So basically we need to run our water effects at that angle. Go on white right now, but it will dry clear. So it looks like I just basically put down a bunch of paint. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to start dappling this a little bit and give it more of a texture. Probably used too much. This is the first time I've used this stuff too. So I think I'm going to be okay with that now. So it looks like a waterfall. What I'm going to do is, because I've got a couple more of these to do, I think what I'm going to do is put some more of this effect coming this way again. Put a couple little drops. And as you can tell, I just used some small ones there because coming off the stream, it's kind of narrow like that. So I'm going to do the same thing. I'm just going to run some lines through these. I've got 3 waterfalls plus the one coming off the stream is what I'm trying to say. So thin that out. We can cut this with scissors, it says, once we get it kind of in the shape that we want. So I'm just going to run these out a little bit more because I'm planning to do that. So let's run these. And we kind of about got what we need for waterfalls. This is a really a cool product. And we got a little narrow one coming off of that stream I showed you. So let's just finish this off and let's do another one, just because I don't want to waste this on my, like I said, this is going to dry clear, and then we'll be able to paint white water highlights over these creases. So that to me kind of represents waterfalls. So let's let that dry for about 24 hours and let's pull these off of here and see what they're going to look like. Thanks for watching. I'll be back later. Well, hello again. I tried to pull this off of the wax paper and it didn't work very good, so we went ahead and put it on a Ziploc bag, a little sandwich bag. Let me turn the phone around and I'll show you what we did. So basically, there's that word basically again. So what I did is I used a piece of white cardboard, as you can tell, and I drew out my general shape of the waterfall that I wanted. And so then I used the plastic bag to glue the water effects to it. And you can tell the raised areas that are there. I'll be painting white highlights over that, and that's why you want to use the water effects to get that idea. So here's some that we did on another bag to test them out, and you can see those on there. So that makes it look pretty good. So we'll be able to do 3 of them with those on there, plus that one when it dries. So basically what I'm going to do, there's that word basically again, I'm going to put some water effects on the top part of this dam right here, right across the top part of this, to hold it in. And I'm just going to go ahead and cut it and use the plastic part of it. But I'm going to put some water effects right here because I wanted to make a U shape instead of just coming flat. So I'll get ready to do that and we'll show you on camera how that's going to turn out. What I'm going to do is, you know, the Ziploc bag has 2 two sides to it. So I'm just basically going to use the whole thing, and I'll save that plastic bag for another job. Just so I can see this other one, I got two of them on here, as you can see there. So I'm going to cut this one off, and I'm going to save this wider one for another waterfall. So what I want to do is I want to put that on my cardboard so I can see the edge of what I'm cutting out. Really hard to see if you don't use color pattern underneath it. So we'll have pretty cool highlights to be able to put our water effects on. Now if I put that on my pattern, you can tell that pretty much have the shape that I want. What I'm going to do is cut a little bit more of this bottom off, because there really isn't too many water effects on there. Get to pretty much the shape that I'm after. So now I have the piece of the waterfall, and it looks clear like water, as you can tell. So that's the measurement that I'm after. So let me move you guys over here so you can see the area I'm putting this in. So we're going to put it right here in this area. So I'm going to lay this on this black bridge up here because I can see that better. I'm going to make this, I'm going to cut this so it's a little bit more square. I guess rectangle is the word. So what I want to do is I want to make a little bit of a bank of this water effects. This is going to dry clear, like I said. I'm making it so it purposely is going to fall over that, and then I'm going to put some of that right there as well. So we need to find a brush to help us do that work there. So I'm going to use a small brush, as you can see right there, with the water effects on it. I'm going to lay this so my square top is coming down off of that area. And then I'm going to hold this, brush this back, and then I'm going to push this down. So when this dries, this waterfall will be able to see my waterfall marks. One thing that I noticed with this is that I can actually use that just as I do use the water waves. So now when you put the white water on there, once that dries, that'll show the waterfall effects. So if you can see that there. So I just bring my, now that plastic baggie, you can see that there. If you use the water effects, and you can see that it's working that plastic down in over the top of it. I think what I'm going to do now is I'm going to use my water waves. I'm going to go down in there with a little bit of this water wave and start just putting little dapples in over that plastic bag. That way it'll make it look like it's more. This is under the bridge, so it really didn't have to be that big of an issue. And another thing that I'm going to be putting underneath there is a canoer. So my wife glued these down to the people into the little boat. So I want to make it look like that guy is actually coming over the waterfall. So I'm going to make some water effects there. You can tell in there. Now I'm going to put the halfway in here. So it looks like they're coming up over that. You can use your water waves effects to make it look like these really pushing through the water. Then I'm going to put another one, the other one, two of them come in a pack. So here's the other one. Make sure your people are facing to the front. I'm going to put this guy, water effects right there. Here's the trash truck outside. Made me need to push this guy over a little bit because he's heading towards some rocks. So they would be pushing through the waves. So let's do a few water effects. Not water effects, but water waves right there, because they're breaking through. They're breaking through it. You get a little toothpick. A little toothpick will help me to put waves breaking at the front of their boat. Their canoe. I better say canoe. Somebody might say that's not a boat, but it actually is, right? How might that look on your layout? Maybe make a comment below. Tell me how that would look if they're going down. So I've got some waves sticking up there. Kind of like that idea. But this guy, he's coming off of there, coming over the top. So I want to make sure that he still clears my bridge. So put that on there like that. I'll let you see what it looks like from the other side now. Push this boat up a little bit. So now you can see that that boat's about coming over that waterfall. And this one, he's coming up out of the water a little bit because the rapids are coming around that rock. And so we'll put another boat here and another boat here, so it makes it look like they're trying to figure out how to maneuver that turn. So the next time you see this project, we'll be putting white water highlights on it. Well, my friends, that's a wrap on this step for this video. If you like this video, please give us a thumbs up. Subscribe to this channel if you want to see more of our upcoming videos. Check out the next video coming up next week as we apply the white water effects to this, and this is really going to bring it to life and develop it and make it look like it's actually white water running down through this blue river. And that's the little Colorado River. This is a fictitious place. We didn't model any specific place, so we don't need a modeler's license. If you're going to model a specific place on your model train layout, you do have to have a modeler's license. So make sure that you're updated on your information. So that's a wrap, my friends. We got a lot of work to do here. Talk to you later.